What's up everybody, this is Rich with Lifetime Shred, and today I've got a quick video to go over some cable boards that I think look sick, so let's get into it. Now, shopping for a cable board, I've been riding the Slingshot Volt for the last 2 years, rode the Native before that, very similar boards. Really love that board a lot, but if I were to look for some other boards, these are probably the ones I'd be looking at. Specifically, for my next board, I'm thinking it's going to be something probably with a beveled edge, but with a channel next to that beveled edge. I've rode just a beveled edge before. It's too slippery on the water. And I know if you don't have anything there and the whole base is just flat, like my current board, the Volt, well, I prefer that over just a beveled edge. It does catch on features a little bit, especially if something's sticking up a little bit. So getting into the boards that I'd be looking at if I was buying a board this year. Boards that look interesting. The first board, the Ronix Utopia. So this is Trent Stuckey's pro board from Ronix this year. And yeah, graphic looks sick. Never hurts to look down like what you're looking at. And what does it say? Thinnest profile of the board. I like this. Tip and tail flex. I think it's something Slingshot's been doing a really great job of for years. Other companies are still starting to wake up to it. I think a lot of boards like their medium flex is like a stiff flex for a Slingshot, if that makes sense. So this is the most flexible board in the tip and tail, so that's good to see. Sizes 47-51. I'd probably rock the 51. And yeah, let's see what they say here. So conventional construction, board taper through the tip and tail to make it thin, so that was already mentioned. And board's going to have tons of pop. Relaxed rocker line. This is a continuous board. I like seeing that in general. I think it's probably the best rocker line for cable. It's going to have the smoothest glide. You're not going to get tired as easily. You can generate speed faster, etc., etc. Another big feature here, it's got the channels along the edge. So when you do rail into a kicker, or you're landing off a kicker, or doing anything with edging, it will grip well. I like to see that. Let's see, what else does it have? Channels are pulled in. Yep, already covered that. Utopia is tip tail concave, so this would be similar to the Volt that I'm riding now. It's supposed to lock onto rails easier. I think the only time I've ever felt it was nose pressing, like a wider pipe, but otherwise maybe that feature's a little bit of a gimmick, maybe not. That's up for you to decide. But yeah, all in all, I think this board looks pretty interesting. I've never actually rode any Ronix cable boards, rode boat boards in the past, but it's Trent Stuckey's pro model. It's gotta be good, right? I mean, he's like the best. So that would be board number one I'd want to check out. And these aren't really in any particular order. I'm just kind of saying them as I'm showing you them. But I would say this second board might be the one I'm like secretly the most interested to demo, just because I do like Hyperlight a lot. I think what they've done with their team, and I love their boat products. There's a lot of good stuff going on there. But anyway, board number two, Hyperlight Guara. So this is Pedro Calles' pro model. It's his second year with this board. And yeah, love the graphics last year, love the graphics this year. Doesn't hurt again to look down and see something you like. I remember when I was watching the video about this last year, it is a flex rating of 4. I think they said this was their softest cable board that they've made so far, especially in the tip and the tail. And I think that's pretty awesome. It also has that concave shape in the tip and the tail, similar to the Volt, similar to the Ronix board we just talked about. And yeah, we've got this video with Trevor Marr talking about it, but let's go right there. So this board has beveled edges, and then it's got a channel right next to that beveled edge on the side. So you're not going to catch on features, but you can still grip going into a kicker or landing off a kicker. So that looks really good to me. I'm not sure if the Ronix board has a beveled edge. I didn't see it on there, so I'm assuming it does not. But it did have the channels. This has both. So that seems like a good feature set. So it's softest Hyperlight cable board based on at least my understanding. Plus it's got some really good tech features, centered base, continuous rocker, all good things. Pedro also being one of the best cable riders in the world. Can't be bad, right? So that's board number two. Board number three, I think this is kind of like Slingshot's version of the same thing. It's got a beveled edge. It's got the channel along the edge, even though the channel here is a little bit further from the edge than we see on the Guara and the Ronix board there. But yeah, otherwise this board comes in a 151, which would be a good size for me. It is on a little bit of the skinnier side, which is my one worry with this board. I think it's 43 inches wide. Yeah, 43.5 centimeters. Sorry, not inches wide in the middle, which is a little bit narrower for a 151, but might be fine. Quicker edge to edge. Other good things about this board, a lot of the same kind of features, really good base, and let's see, continuous rocker. Yeah, you're seeing a theme here. I'm interested in a beveled edge if it also has the channel on the edge for good grip when I'm carving, and I'm looking at the concave nose and tail. Nice to have. I want continuous rocker. I want a nice base, etc., etc. Good stuff here. All right. The next board that I think looks interesting is the Obrien DZ, Darius Neville. So another pro model board. Guess what? Has a lot of the same features that I'm already talking about. It's got the channels in the base along the edge, and I believe this has catch free edge, so that's the beveled edge, and yeah, soft transitional flex. I saw a video of him flexing this board, and it looked like it'd be pretty flexible, so I think this one would be pretty interesting as well. It's kind of funny that it comes with fins. Like, is anyone actually riding this on the boat? I don't know, maybe they are, but yeah, I think that board looks pretty sick too. Like that shot with the white outline right there, pretty awesome. So that would be the fourth board I'd be interested in. And for the fifth board, I'm going to throw a curveball. So all those boards are kind of somewhat direct competitors, similar tech. But yeah, I want to check out the slingshot boards. So I've actually ridden the Space Melter before, so specifically the Space Mob boards with the slingshot. I think these things are just interesting. It might be worth owning as a separate board. I actually did pick up a last year's version of the Space Rover in the 165, so I'm excited to jump on that and try it out. I think it's going to be kind of a secondary board for me when I want to mix it up. Probably won't be my primary board because I did demo the Space Melter, which I have a video of from like fall 2022, and yeah, it was really cool in certain ways and then also very weird in some ways. And I'm figuring with the Space Rover, with it being directional and it's still 165, like I'm going to have this huge nose. It's probably going to be this entirely different riding experience that will be a great way to switch up the day. Like, I don't know if you have those days of cable where, you just need to go do something different. Maybe that's getting out a wake skate. Maybe it's getting out a Space Rover. So excited to check out that board. Anyway, those are the boards that I'm interested if I could demo this year. Probably won't get a chance to demo them all because, yeah, I've never actually seen a cable park demo with multiple brands all at once. That'd be pretty amazing, though. Love to try those out. With that, I bid you adieu. Have a good rest of your winter. Hopefully we all be out wakeboarding soon. I know Mighty Wake Zone is going to be opening in about a month, less than a month. I think it's like April 12th they open up, so I plan to get down there pretty soon in the season and get riding. Snowboarding's been fun though. But anyway, peace out everyone. Go wakeboarding. Have fun.